So it's Tuesday morning. I just got some pieces for the plumbing here. I haven't ran it yet. It's making some funny noises. Here's the first try. No water. This side. What is this? Woohoo! Water! Getting the air out of the line. Watch this thing. Woo! Water! It works. And to check the drain. Currently the drain from the sink is just coming into the water feature here. It's not connected to the other drain pipe, but there we go. So, if/when I want to, I can connect that drain to that drain. But for the time being, drainage is good. Water pressure is good. I'm not seeing any leaks, though time will tell as it sits under pressure, but looks like a success. We've got water in the GateTower. So over here I add a little mortar to this wall to get it fortified enough for the winter time, and then started stacking wood between this post and the wall, and just laying down a little bit of insulation to go over where the pipe is, just to limit the chance of freezing right near the outlet. And I'll do the rest of this now. I'm going to go gather some more firewood, but other than that window being in the way, in order to have a corridor over to the tunnel, which is where the wood goes into, and these tubs, which are mostly animal food, chicken feed and animal feed and stuff. So I'll just have to move that window to make space, which might end up going here. I don't quite know yet, but I'm gonna go get some more firewood. Started out Wednesday getting some firewood. It was maybe around 2 hours, about 2 tanks of gas, which is about $2, and that's firewood for about 2 weeks in the wintertime. So I'm gonna unload and stack that after some breakfast. So I had some fresh eggs for breakfast, stacked the rest of the wood. I think I'm about somewhere between a third and a halfway prepared for the winter. So I have probably around a cord and a half of wood. So a half, so if I get 3, that's the minimum, but I'd like to get 4. And just clearing this area out. That's all the wood I have to stack for right now, and I think I'm going to do some mortar stuff now. This window got solved. Good morning. It is Thursday morning, I think. Goal today is to mount some of these boxes that I got out of the Earthship over there, and then this recycled countertop thing over here, after I reinforce this plywood to the 2x. And I was gonna switch the door around on this here fridge, but changed my mind. Or wait, have I? I don't know. And then I'll get the fridge to fit in underneath there. And yeah, something else too. I haven't figured it out yet. Oh, here's this. So this is what the transition from the sink to the wall currently looks like. I'm going to put a little caulking in that crack. But the idea, and it's a little uneven here, but the idea is that it'll be smooth from mortar to sink, so if any want like a backsplash. I'm still yet to decide on the tiles if I want to do tile back there, but that's kind of how that turned out. Pretty happy with it. Underneath isn't quite done yet, but it's solid enough for now. So I'm gonna get these boxes in there. So the kitchen area is coming together, largely finished. Put up those boxes for like pantry or dishes and more surfaces. Got a little counter in there. The sink works, the refrigerator works, just needs to get plugged in. And this area is mostly done. Oh, next up, you see how above this window there's a wood block there and a wood block here, and then a wood block right there. So I'm gonna have to cut them out with a special kind of saw, and then mortar over those to finish the last of the mortar. Just yesterday I did mortar on this whole corner. You can kind of see the newer coat, which needed to get done. At some point this roof is going to get painted, but the mortar has to get all finished before it can get painted. So yeah, hard to see, but the ceiling here is actually about 10 feet, and it's got these carabiners up there, so that once it gets painted and you take the tape off, the lights can be hung from these carabiners up in the ceiling. Anyways, that's all for now. So the one thing I wanted to add is that pretty much everything in here is recycled. Those boxes got recycled from the Earthship. This mini fridge from somebody who was getting rid of it. The counter, similarly, all of the windows and the door recycled. The LED lights recycled. What those windows are made out of, those chimney pieces, recycled. This couch, recycled. Dresser, recycled. Tires behind the mortar, recycled. Rug and mattress, recycled. Cabinet, recycled. Tiles, recycled. It's mostly and a lot of the lumber is all cull lumber, so it's like 70% off. It's funny, I was realizing a post today that I bought with the cull lumber 70% off price costs as much. It was like a curved one, kind of cost as much as a straight post would have cost a couple years ago. But anyways, point being that you can do all of this very low cost. So basically what was actually paid for is the mortar material. And the mortar is not all that expensive. It just takes a lot of work. And there's a bit of steel in there. The steel costs a little bit as well. But it's just a very empowering way of building that with just investing your time and labor, you can not only build something great, but you can also dispose of lots of waste material that would otherwise just be getting junked. And all the firewood that I showed you in the previous video or previous shots, all of that was from basically recycled branches where the trees had gotten logged, and they were just branches that were just down in the forest, and so there's like no trees killed to do that, so it's all just kind of recycling and putting this recycled material to use. So it's the end of the work week, and I did get this those areas above the window covered. This one I got the whole piece of wood out, so there's a big cavity in there. I'm not totally sure what I want to do with that. I'll probably end up just foaming it and covering it, but. And then this was the other one that had some wood exposed, so I cut the wood out and then mortared over it. So that's all done. The last few days have been pretty slow, but started over here of covering these tires and gonna make all these kind of like an entry stairway here, and I got this door off of the side of the road. So this will be the entry door. So for the gate tower, you'll basically enter through this side right here. So I'm going to end up framing something off here, hopefully in the next week. And so this will have a side entrance, and then if you want to go to the other gate, you'll go around here and then down the stairs. I'm going to make that bottom stair wider, and so you can go directly this way instead of needing to go off to the side to get to the gate to the courtyard, so that this will have a totally separate entrance. And I still haven't figured out how exactly I want to close off this side yet. But the space didn't get finished by the end of last month, but that's okay. And I'm just going to keep on working on it, and when it gets finished, it gets finished. But that's all for this week's proof of work blockchain report, and see you next week.